One of the things that we know about the parochial savage is that it was more important to them to make a mockery of me than to understand what it was that I was saying, which might be helpful. I was one of those people who was born into a situation that lay in wait for me. They wanted to use me. They didn't give me a chance to develop before they began hurting me very severely and inflicting brain injuries and trauma. Despite this, I tried to learn how I could be helpful. I wanted to show that a person like me could still think clearly and offer some good ideas. True, I was already disabled and couldn't operate an aircraft. I wasn't very strong, so I couldn't do cargo lifting. But a Mercy Airlift thought that the question I was asking and calling Mercy Force, why don't we have rapid deployment in the realm of mercy missions, was a good one, and they thought about it for a while. But the parochial savage was only interested in making a mockery of such things by pointing a finger at the fact that I was a poor man who couldn't do very much because I was deaf. And he invaded my privacy. The parochial savage wanted to make a mockery of anything that could imaginably be said about a very, very good idea by stabbing in the back someone who was incapable of instituting that idea. I never said that I could myself personally manage something as difficult of a problem as a Mercy Airlift. However, I did also say that I thought a good argument could be made and did my level best to make such an argument for the existence of such a program. It makes no difference what kind of person I am if that's a good idea. If I had been them, I would have said that's a good idea and tried to get cracking on it, or at least give some kind of explanation for why not, because it was, after all, a very good idea. I've always lived below the poverty line. It's true, I'd like to be able to take better care of myself. But I'm not out to take away people's rights, and I don't see why I should be example to someone whose rights are taken away from them. I believe that we should show mercy if we have anything that we can do to help other people, we should do that. How does that justify poisoning me in the mouth as part of the operation they call COVID? They go back to the idea that libidinal excesses in the 60s was something I somehow got sucked up in. Well, really, my private life isn't any of their business. They made it their business by contracting attack prostitutes on someone who they had set up to do that to. It doesn't really make that much sense to just ignore the fact that they were leaving evidence of genocide. They poisoned me. They contracted using me. And they poisoned me again, all to make a mockery of an idea like Mercy Force. That doesn't spell out as something that should just be ignored. So I must say, I really do have my hands full.